take a trip through the Lost Library and discover what's available now from yours truly. When their parents are taken captive by a wicked necromancer and his sinister crocodile men, a pack of children from the peaceful land of Aquania must journey across their continent, meeting strange beings and confronting untold terrors in their quest to rescue their families from a witch queen eager to raise a demon lord from his fiery abode. The Young Barbarians, written by your boy Crypto, is available now in both digital and print form on Amazon.com, published by the fine folks at the Lost Library. And support your boy Crypto by picking up a copy today. Link in the description below. Hello, all you sons of bitches in Webtown, and welcome back to Crypto Comics. This is the Maxx, one half from Wizard Magazine. We have covered this piece of crap here on Crypto Comics. Check out the back issue bins. While it goes against all conventional mathematical wisdom that one half is equal in any way to a whole, there's no question that there's a whole lot of entertainment in this special issue of Maxx one half. One of the beauties of the book is the ability of Sam Kieth and Bill Loebs to bring the Maxx to life, both in words and pictures. That, I must say, is something they have accomplished to perfection in this issue. So why are you wasting your time reading this letter? Instead, read this quasi-origin of the Maxx. When you're done, make room in your collection for this issue between the Maxx number 1 and the forthcoming Maxx issue 0. Enjoy the Maximum Cheese, Garib S. Shamus. It's the guy in charge of Wizard. And there's this maximum exposure. Speaking of some maximum exposure, let's expose my friend Richard, who donated this Maxx one half to be reviewed right here on Crypto Comics. Thank you, Richard, for the comic, and thank you for your military service. This is Sam Kieth discussing the current and future status of his latest creation. You know, I don't want to ruin it because we are actually going to do a bit of a deep dive on the Maxx as we continue here at Crypto Comics in the future. My dad says he's a monster, a psycho. Well, my mom says he's a working class hero, an avenger bringing maximum justice. That's why they call him the Maxx. Yeah, but Ken, what about that bus he wrecked on Tuesday? I mean, he threw it into a deli window, and that ruptured a water main. They're still pumping out 3 blocks of houses. He was throwing it at a mugger. My mom says you gotta break some eggs. Isn't that right, mister? Yeah. I think he's a space alien. His whole planet was killed off by space pirates, and while he was fighting them, he crashed to Earth. Nah, I bet he's an artificial being created in a secret government experiment with plastic muscles and steel bones. Well, maybe. But maybe he's just a normal Joe who got caught up in things, who's in out of his depth. But how come he's so big then? And so tough? Suppose he was a guy with a crappy job and no future, living out of a furnished room. Suppose one day he found a mask, and when he slid it on, it hit his brain like lightning. He woke up in a place that was sort of like Australia, and sort of like the beginning of time. And he was a hero there, with a costume and the strength of 20 men. But when he came back to this world, he was trapped in the mask, and his old life was gone. Very interesting. I like where we're going so far. Well, I guess that could have happened. But how did he get his claws then, if he wasn't a government experiment? He got them in that savage dreamland. He thrust his hands into boiling lava, and when they came out, they were changed, made invulnerable, stained and tempered by the sulfurous rock. I like the alien story better. Nah, Kent, you know that's not real, though. I bet he lives in a vast secret headquarters with a gang of wild young assistants and a funny Chinese cook. And he has a deadly training room and a scientific lab, and every night he rises from his own grave to fight crime with his maxi wing and maxi cycle and maxi belt. No, all real heroes are tormented loners. He lives in the sewers and eats stolen linguine. Sounds good, but I think he's just another homeless bum, living in dumpsters and drifting from shelter to shelter. He can't hold down a job, and he's got no real friends. He can't even tell sometimes how much of the life he lives is real, and how much is the dreamland. He tries to do good, but mostly he breaks things and screws up.
Nah, that's too much downer, mister. I think he's got an orb of fear, and he lives in a fortress of shadows. Oh, geez, look at Kent. It's Jerry the crackhead. Rats. That stoop is always hassling us. Hiya, kids. Got anything for old Jer? No, we don't have any money today, Jerry. Honest. That's right, we're broke. No, we're not giving in to you anymore. The Maxx wouldn't.
What you gonna do, kid? Talk me to death?
I'm counting to 3. Then I muss you up.
Yeah, right. Listen, punk. Smart mouth kids disappear in this neighborhood.
1.
Maybe I got a knife in my pocket. Maybe I know where you sleep at night.
2.
I can kill you, and I can kill your folks. I can...
3. Ah! We did it! We scared him off! Woohoo! Harry, Kent, supper! Get in here and wash your hands, you two, and stop hanging around that old bum. Oh, we was just talking, Mom. What's cooking? Sloppy Joes and peanut butter shakes. Do you like that, Harry? Yes'm. Good. And then I want you to do your homework. Oh, Mom, do we have to? Yes, you don't want to end up old and alone on a curb somewhere, do you?
Ooh. The artist's sketchbook. Let's look into Sam's pad. Helmet with goggles and antenna. These are early sketches of the Maxx. They show a traditional cloth mask. He also donned a 30s style helmet with straps and goggles. The Maxx's original jaw was huge. He also had to get over a major drooling problem. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to eliminate that from the character. Early sketches and layouts at the laundromat scene with Glory and Mr. Gone. You can check that out in the Maxx issue number 1. Viewable right here on Crypto Comics. And in the future, we're going to talk about the Maxx cartoon that was on MTV, part of the Oddities lineup. Maxx later loses the cap and goggles, but he's still drooling. And that's it, right there. Stormwatch 0. I have it. We're going to look into it later on Crypto Comics. Issue number 4 teaser. There you go. So the Maxx was a very successful comic book series. I think it ran just over 50 issues. You'll have to forgive me. I have the first dozen, and we are going to explore them all. That is exactly the same lineup that was featured in the cartoon on MTV back in the 90s as part of that Oddities hour-long special. And yeah, we might even do a side-by-side comparison, so stay tuned. This has been the Maxx 1/2. It has been a pleasure to share this with you. It was a pleasure for my friend Richard to share this with me because I've always wanted to read this. And it's been elusive. And I'm glad we have it digitally archived in the back issue bins right here on Crypto Comics. If you want to support your boy Crypto, what you do, you go to Amazon, you pick up my very first book. It's called The Young Barbarians. If you want to support me even more, support the Lost Library in general. It's the publishing company we opened. Many, many more books are still to come from the Lost Library and more awesome comic book reviews right here at Crypto Comics.